Hey everyone, welcome to Bo Beanie Creates. My name is Jeannie, and I thought I'd just bring you with me while I work on summer nights and also share kind of a neat little tool that I got. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm working on is this page here. So far it's all Prismacolor with the exception of some black Tombow marker in the center. And then you can see I kind of started the background with my Prismas as well. And the only reason I did that was just so that I could get in, you know, some of the tight spaces. But what I really want to do is to use some gel sticks to kind of finish out the background. So what I was really excited to share with you is I got these really cool tools. These right here, let's see here. Color and Chat with Shani Blue had shared these on her channel, and she shared, you know, the links for the corresponding videos, but they're really neat soft brushes. I don't know if you can see that. I have all sorts of blending tools, but I didn't have anything like these. There's some of them are flat like this, flat tips. I don't know if you can see that. Some are angled. There's teeny tiny ones like, you know, this little thing. See that in comparison? Just so there's a set of 12 where you can get in really nice and tight. And I am in love with them. So the reason that she and I, you know, started corresponding about it is that I wanted to try to use them for the oil pastels. And she has quite a few videos on her channel where she does some beautiful work with those. And she uses these tools. So yeah, a lot of people are using, oh, and I should probably show you, I'm using, in this case, I'm using this brand, the Creative Expert Kids, which is just a little, oh, they're similar to the King Art gel sticks. You know, but I just like this color that I had found at Ross, I think, of all places, a long time ago. But anyway, I like that color as opposed to the King Art, so I thought I'd go ahead and use those. But anyway, yeah, so I've been trying these today. I just got them today, and I've been trying them with the oil pastels, and I really like that. So let me see what other tools I use in here. So Colored by Maya has been doing some really cool work with her oil pastels, and so she uses her fingertips as her tool of choice. And so I think I figured out that the pastels that I have are probably not as good a quality as hers, and mine don't spread that way very, very well, but they do spread really well with these. So, you know, maybe I need to look into getting like a softer oil pastel if I decide that I like them. But regardless, I really like these tools. You know, that was just a fun find. I'm just going to go over these. I'm not going to worry about, you know, going around these little dots here. But anyway, so this was kind of a cool find. And so it's just always fun to learn things from other people in the community, I think. There's just so much out there. There's so many different, you know, tools and supplies and, you know, methods of doing things, and so many talented people. Another one that uses the oil pastels is the Influenced Colorist. She does some really beautiful things. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that use them, but it was Maya that kind of got me interested recently, or reinterested in it recently. So I'm excited to try them, you know. Actually, I guess I could probably stop a second and show you, you know, what I was working on today. Now keep in mind, this is my very first effort at trying to use oil pastels. So this is using those blending tools, right? So I don't know, I thought it was a really neat soft look. Looks like I got something on there. But I like it, and it's not at all tacky with these brushes. You know, you could apply a fixative, but let me just show you real quick. I don't think you have to if you're using those tools, really, because nothing comes off. You know, it's such a light layer. Now, if you were to use your fingertip and do that, you know, deeper, richer color, you know, like Maya's doing, I think you would need some sort of a fixative. So let me just show you. This is a disaster, but I just kind of want to show you. So with my inexpensive, you know, oil pastels, this is what happened when I was trying to blend with my finger. It just really didn't want to move. And I think it's because there's more, I don't know, of the bonding agent and less of the pigment is what I'm suspecting. But on this side, I thought it was kind of cool. I used 3 different colors, and I used a paintbrush, and I used the Gamsol. And I just barely stopped doing that, so you can see, you know, that there's some residue on the other side, but I can also see that it's drying. So from what I was reading, it takes several days, you know, to dry. So this is my not so successful attempt at using my finger, but I was kind of intrigued by this. If you had the right book and you were not bothered by, you know, the other side being what it is, you know. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of excited to try more, you know, but I'm no artist. I just like to play, and it's fun for me. It's a hobby, and I like trying new things, and there's no shortage of that for sure. I'll move this over here. So anyway, I think it was Karen Valentine was one of the ones that I watched use the Gamsol on her oil pastels for a background, and her backgrounds were really pretty. Of course, she's also going to use, you know, better quality paper. She wasn't the video that I watched, she was not using it in a coloring book, but I know a lot of people that do, you know. So anyway, so what are you guys working on? Anything exciting? Have you been having a successful start to your year in coloring? I sure hope so. I've been sort of all over the place as far as that's concerned. And forgive me for kind of switching out my tools, but I'm really kind of enjoying the fact that I've got 12 different tools. I can use different sizes and shapes. So I know I'm kind of all over the place, but you know what? That's okay. That is okay. But yeah, so far this month, I've kind of been allowing myself to work on a lot of different things and set things aside and not worry about finishing, you know, one page at a time. If, you know, any of you have followed me before, you'll know that I tend to not have a whole lot of whips in my collection. I start a page and I finish the page, and I'll tell you what, maybe this is going to turn into an interesting habit for me, but I'm really enjoying working on, you know, like 5 pages this month. So I hope I didn't create a monster in myself in that, you know, I'm going to just be little Miss Whip Girl. I don't know, but right now I'm having so much fun going from one book to another book and back to the first book and, you know, all of that. So we'll see how it goes. So now I sort of get it, guys. Now I get why everybody likes to work on different pages. I think the, I don't necessarily want to say OCD in me, but something in me didn't allow me to do that before. I was always a one page at a time girl, so I can see the appeal, you know? I really can. Oh boy. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'll just put some of this lighter kind of lavender color around, you know, closer to the center. And then I think what I'll do is maybe I'll grab that King Art gel stick, like something darker, and take a look at what that looks like on the edges of the page. Sorry, I'm not necessarily good at talking and creating at the same time, and having so many different options at my disposal with my blending tools. So, and I'm working on like quite a variety of different kinds of books, which has also been fun. So if I'm not in the mood for, you know, something super detailed, I can, you know, I'm working on something else. If I don't feel like doing a lot of shading, maybe I'll just work on a background. And again, I can see the appeal of, I don't know, having different things going at once. Okay, I'm kind of making a little bit of a thicker mess there, aren't I? Yeah, maybe. All right. Pardon the sniffles there. Okay, let's go ahead just because I want to. Let's try the darker color. What do you think? Oh, that's pretty dark, isn't it? I don't know about that. What else do we have in here that we could do? We've got sort of a pink. And I can also blend them, you know. See what happens there. And I don't have to do just like one solid color, you know, lavender color on the inside and one darker color on the outside. I can make it sort of mottled. Let's try that. That's kind of pretty. Now I'll never be able to match it again, but that's okay. You know? Yeah, I'm getting that a little thick right there, aren't I? Yes, I am, but let's just keep rolling with this. Yep, I got too thick of a layer there. All right, well, that's okay. So it looks like it's been, a lot of you guys are dealing with some just crazy cold weather conditions, and I feel so bad. I mean, thankfully where I live, we don't have a lot of that, and I'm grateful because I don't like cold weather. But let's get some of that off there. But I feel bad for everybody that's having to put up with that. That's just no fun. All right. Okay, so welcome back. I decided that while I had all these different options for those little teeny, you know, blending tools that if I wanted to do a bigger area, I really needed to whip out, you know, a different tool to get it done a little bit faster. And so that's what I did. I just kind of did that off camera. And then now I'm using some of my old washi that you've probably seen me use a bunch with my coloring so that I can kind of use it to mask off. Let me go right here, mask off this edge so that it doesn't transfer onto the adjacent page here. So we'll just kind of go like that. Yay, okay. And we'll just continue on. And I did end up blending, you know, a couple different colors there, so that was fun. Let's see. I think I'm going to get out that initial color though and just sort of continue here. Let's see. So many colors, so little time, right? All right. All right. I just really like these. Huh. You know, like I said, I've got all sorts of other little tools, you know, that I've used in the past, but I just really like how soft these are. This was a nice find. And I can really see myself using these for lots of things. I can see these being nice for, like, the oxide inks are my favorite. I mean, there's distress inks too. Those are not my favorites. I like the creaminess of the oxide inks. So I think these would be really nice for those, you know. Okay, let's choose another tool and get in here really nice and close again, because I like being able to have all these options. It's pretty fun. But I've been coloring, and I always love watching color too, but I've really come across some interesting videos, and I've enjoyed seeing what everybody's up to as far as like their, you know, 2024 plans. And I thought about, you know, putting together my plans in a video, and I haven't, of course, but, you know, I guess the only thing that I would say as far as that's concerned, I don't have any real things that I want to focus on, except for, you guys know that I've been working on World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. I really want to focus on that again this year. I have so many pages done in that, and I still have so many more to do, but one thing I do know about completing coloring books is they don't get completed unless there's a kind of a concerted effort to make it happen, and I just really want to complete that book, you know. And I will, and it may not even be in 2024, but it would be lovely if that happened, you know, but that means coloring many pages a month, you know. And I decided against, you guys know I was doing that challenge, the hashtag, 3 of a kind hashtag, you know, for each month at the end of the year last year, 2023. And it helped me, but I don't know that it's something that everybody wanted to do. It means, you know, working on at least 3 pages a month in one coloring book of your choice. If that interests you, if that's something you'd like me to kind of pick back up again, let me know. I mean, I had a handful of people interested in it, but I don't know. So let me know what you think. But it is a good way, I believe, you know, to finish a coloring book. I'll be doing it anyway, regardless of whether I have a hashtag involved in it or not. I'll be working on World of Flowers. The other one that I'd really like to work on would be A Million Little Monsters. I adore that book. You know, I really like the majority of her books, or love them. But man, there's something about Million Little Monsters that I just love. It just makes me smile. So I would like to focus on that a little bit. That's another one. So really those two, I mean, I'll color all the different books, of course, but those are the two that I really want to focus on. And aside from that, I think I just want to leave it open for myself to be able to color the things that appeal to me. I'm very much a person that I have to be in the mood for what I'm coloring, or you know, it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to leave that open and, you know, decide on the fly what I want to do, I think, you know. Might be a little bit more my style. I will say, as far as, I don't know, noteworthy mentions for 2024, I don't know if you guys choose a word of the year, but what I decided as my word of the year, and I'm talking about this for coloring and also, you know, in other aspects of my life as well, but the word that I chose is progress. And so my hope is that I can improve my coloring skills. It seems to me that the more I color, the more I realize how much I have to learn. And I embrace that. I'm happy for that. I enjoy the process. I love learning. I love playing, and you know, a lot of it is experimental, and they don't turn out as wonderful as I may want. But it's a hobby. It's all in fun, you know. But if I can make some progress in my books, you know, towards completing them, that's one of the kinds of progress I'm talking about. But I think the bigger meaning for me for that word is to improve my skills. And that's just going to take practice. You know, I have been at this coloring thing for a long time, and yet there's a part of me that feels like, I don't know, like I'm just barely starting on my journey, because there's just, I don't know, there's just so many different things to learn, skills to learn, products to learn. And so if I can just get a little bit better this year, that would make me happy. It really would. I'd be okay with that. So progress, the word of the year. And then as far as like outside of the coloring realm, I think it's a cool word as well, because, you know, that can be, you know, progress in healthy eating, in exercise, in, you know, whatever that looks like to you, you know. So I thought a lot about it, and I'm not always a person to do a word of the year, but for some reason that one just really spoke to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and run with it. And, you know, I like to journal, so I enjoy, you know, kind of putting those thoughts down on paper and reflecting back on that, you know. Anyway, so that should be interesting, you know. And already I've seen some of the things that I had planned for the year starting to come into fruition, so I'm pleased about that. And anyway, so good stuff. I hope 2024 is, you know, positive for all of us, and you know, something that we can at the end of the year look back on and feel like we, well, made some progress and made some good memories along the way. And I know that I'm I'm certainly doing that with this community because I feel like, you know, just the friendships and the sense of community is really something that I've been so thankful for, and gratitude's another thing that I'm hoping to reflect on more and more throughout the year. So you know what, guys, I think I'm going to leave it at this. Boy, this started off with being a lighthearted little video, and I ended up getting kind of, oh, I don't know that deep's the right word, but, you know, deeper than I had intended, I guess. But I think this is kind of turning out pretty good. You'll have to let me know what you think. I think it could benefit from some darker color, but that'll come in later, you know. And we'll see how it goes. You'll see this in my finished pages, I'm sure, because I am just rolling along on that. So anyway, I hope all is well. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Leave me a message in the comments below if you have a word of the year, or if you've done that in the past. I'd be curious to know. If you've used oil pastels in the past, I'd be curious to know your experience on that as well. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.